Hello there, PK here, and I'm just here to remind you that you can do hard things. And I was thinking on the thought of what I shared last about being stuck and the things that caused me to be stuck. And I also realized that sometimes being in a stuck place is not necessarily your own fault. So, yes, I have looked into it. I did my own introspection, right? I accepted the things I needed to accept. I became accountable for my actions and the things I did. But then I also realized that there are also people in our lives who are waiting, and even people we have not met as yet, who are waiting for us to be unstuck. Our destiny helpers are waiting on us to come out of this place of frustration. And I realize sometimes why we become stuck is because of our own doing. And let me make this clear. Why would I say that? Because we are excited. We got the dream, we got a vision, we got a big idea, and I'm so excited about it, and I share prematurely. I was so excited and I shared to the wrong person or the wrong people. The people who really didn't have any strategies to help me. They don't know how to fix me. They're not going to invest in the dream. They're not going to be an advisor to me. They're not going to help me to achieve the goal I need to get to that place for this idea, this burden, this passion, this thing that I need to do. They are not going to add fuel to the flame. No fuel to my flame. So my fire begins to burn out. I become tired and I'm overwhelmed and I'm frustrated and I'm juggling too many things and I cannot do it all at once. So then I start thinking, what's the priority? Well, all the things I'm doing already, those things that I'm already engaged in, they'll continue to be my priority. But this dream, this vision of mine, you just have to be in pause. Be careful of how you share your visions and your dreams and that grand idea that you got prematurely, right? Let it cook for a while. Let the seasoning marinate in your meal so it can have flavor. And when you've accomplished it and you've sealed the deal, then go and share it. Then don't share your formula now. But then share the exciting news, because there's absolutely nothing anyone can do at this point to limit, to block, to delay you. So we share with the wrong people sometimes. And sometimes we thought those people were for our good. But now you are finding out at this place where you need to launch that there were dream killers, or if they're not dreams killers, they're dream stealers. And this has happened in my life. I remember when I was doing my undergrad, I told no one about it. And I completed in less time and graduated. But that wasn't it. I had people who would constantly ask me, when are you going to do this? When are you going to go to grad school? When are you going to do this? And I just never shared. I don't know. Soon I will. I went to grad school. Graduated in 15 months. On the day of my graduation, I posted my picture, cap, gown and all, and it surprised everybody in my network. Some people were in their feelings about it because they were offended that I never shared the journey with them. They never knew, and they wanted to be happy for me. But if you are going to be happy for me during the journey, you're going to be just as happy for me at the end, because your happiness, your congratulations are genuine. It doesn't matter if I told you or not. So I made the mistake of when I started my PhD. I was doing great. Everything was going well. And one day after class, I was so inspired by my professors calling me future doctor this, future doctor. And I was so engaged in class, and it was just a good atmosphere. So I shared how well my PhD journey was going and how well I was doing in class, and how my professor was just raving and calling me and speaking into being that I was going to be future doctor. And she kept calling my name. It just had a beautiful ring to it. You want to know what happened that day? Let me tell you what happened. Literally, Less than 1 week to the day of me sharing publicly on social media, I was in this PhD journey, my funding got restricted. The school started having all sorts of challenges. And I was like, where's this coming from? My funding was granted, everything was done, I have all the paperwork. No, this is going to be retracted. You can no longer do this. Now I had to find $10,000 out of pocket. And now I owed people thousands of dollars. And I had to withdraw from the program. It took me years to recover. I learned in that moment, wait until you are finished. Well, for me, that may not happen for everyone. But it got me to a place where I was stuck again. And that PhD had to be put on hold for numerous reasons. That was for me. But I spoke prematurely and it created a delay in my life. There were 12 brothers. But of the 12, one was the favorite for his father. And guess what? He was a dreamer. So he had grand dreams and told his father about it, told his brothers about it. He thought they were going to be happy for him. But you know what? They plotted to kill him. And one of his brother, one called Judah, said, no, let's sell him away. So they sold him to strangers and put him into slavery. But even there, the dream was still alive because he had the capacity to carry it. And he became ruler of that man's house. And he was doing well. The wife got jealous and said, oh, I need a piece of this action. So when her husband was out, she started desiring him. He rejected her, so she plotted a lie. And this lie ended him in prison, in a dungeon, in darkness. But even there, the dream, the gift was still shining, because what is for you cannot be not for you. And even in prison, the gift, the dream spoke. And there were 2 prisoners had a dream and needed interpretation. So his gift was activated. He interpreted the dreams and they were correct. 3 years later, the Pharaoh of Egypt had a dream. And none of his advisors could interpret it. But the cupbearer remembered the man named Joseph in prison who had interpreted his dream. So Pharaoh called for Joseph. And Joseph interpreted Pharaoh's dream. But Joseph knew that his gift was not of him. His gift was given by his maker. And he acknowledged his God and became the prime minister of Egypt and took Egypt through a famine and spared them. Other surrounding nations were fed because of Joseph. God took Joseph, the favorite son, to go to Potiphar's house, to be amazing leader, to learn his skills. Sometimes you're going through a stuck place because you need to learn some skills. You need to develop some skills so you can be amazing in the place and have the capacity of excellence where God is about to take you. Do not despise the place you're at. Learn from the place you're at, but do not stay there. He didn't stay in Potiphar's house, nor did he remain in the dungeon prison. He became a ruler in a sovereign nation. There was a friend of mine. We had an event to plan, and we were doing this event, and I got frustrated on the way. And I felt like giving up because I was like, there's just too much. And there were just some hindrances, and I did not want to deal with them. And the opposition became too much. And I was like, I'm not going to do this. I can do this another time. This is not for me right now. She had a dream that we were on our way to a place and I got tired. So I booked a hotel and I got a room and I said, I'm going to sleep. And she could not continue on her journey because she was driving with me. And because I went to sleep, she had to pause. Her life was on hold because I went to sleep. And when she shared that with me, I got all the strength I needed to complete our assignment. The event was amazing. I had to wake up, and it took a dream to say, you're not going to sleep through this. You have something great to do and you must fulfill it. So if you're looking for a wake-up call, this is your halo. This is your sign. Wake up! It's time to go. It's time to move. It's time to fulfill this dream. Jacob became an asset to his family. Just as he saw in his dream, they all bow down. But their lives were also spared because of his gift, because of his dreams. But his brothers did not have the capacity to develop him into the leader he was to become, into this person that would save them in later years. Right now, you may be around some people who do not have the capacity for you, and you're sharing your dreams, and you're facing betrayal and setback and oppositions, and you're wondering why. Build in silence. Let them see you get there and wonder how. How did you do this? How did you accomplish that? What happened? And now you will have an amazing story to share. At the end, you have now received skills, sustainable skills that will last you a lifetime. You are that example. You are that curse breaker in your family. You are the one that will bring them to their next. You are the one they will be proud of. You are the one they will celebrate. Don't give up on your dreams. Keep on swimming. Keep on pushing. The end is not yet. Learn from the mistakes. Be silent with it and celebrate at the end. They're going to love you for it. You're made for great things. You will accomplish great things. Don't give up on yourself, and don't give up on your journey. Wake up and keep moving. Be unstuck today. Until next time, PK here. I'm a teacher now, but I've not always been a teacher. And life has taught me many lessons, and I am still learning. Have a blessed day. I love you, and Jesus loves you best.